I'm Dr. Kevin Sambuchino, and I'm the owner here at Lake Erie Dental in Erie, Pennsylvania. I went to the University of Pittsburgh for undergraduate and then the University of Pittsburgh for dental school. And now I've been practicing here in Erie for 20 years. So once I found out more about MB2, I kept researching and reading as much as I could find on the internet and going to their website and looking at different things. And I finally decided that the best thing to do was just to go down to Texas, fly down there, and find out what it was all about and meet with the people there. So I did that, and when I went down there, I realized the culture there was very different. It was very relaxed, and they were truly about partnership, not ownership. And when I met Dr. Villanueva, he explained to me how everything runs and how they're looking for growth and how they work with dentists instead of have dentists work for them. And when I asked him a specific question, he gave me an answer that kind of shocked me, and it was pretty impressive. I said, you know, what happens if a dentist says to you, hey, I want equipment, whatever, and it's very expensive, but it's going to make me successful, and I'm going to do so much better because of it. And you have done all this research, and you have, you know, hundreds of offices in the network, and you know what works and what doesn't work, and you feel strongly that it's not going to work and that it's not the right thing for that practice. What do you do in that situation, in that partnership? And he quickly answered. He said, well, I'll give them information about all the options, and if they want that equipment, then that's what they get, because they're truly a partner. They don't work for me. So, and I was kind of shocked by that he was able to just put aside the business end of things and push the partnership forward and make that the most important thing. So the culture was so different, and it just made sense to push forward in the process of becoming part of MB2. So continuing on, we got to a point where the integration team flew into Erie here and worked with my team and set everything up to get us integrated with MB2, and it changed things. It really wasn't that complicated. They handle everything and take care of computers and integration, and it changed my attitude towards dentistry and towards my future and growth with dentistry, because they were able to show me some of the things that I wasn't doing that I could do, and administratively for the most part, but there's so much room for growth within my own practice that I knew I could do that, and then also it made me excited that I could grow into other offices and other locations within MB2. That just made it a little more make sense. So now that I've partnered with MB2, originally in the whole process of the documentation and going through that, MB2 had said, we think your practice could go and do X and get to this point. And I always thought, well, yeah, maybe, but as long as it just keeps on going the way it is, I'll be happy, and that's fine. I don't always want to believe, if you listen to everybody who tells you that your practice can do this or that in every conference and everything, you'll be running around and changing everything every 15 minutes. But when they came in, it just changed my attitude towards everything, and I really feel like I can get to those levels that they're talking about in growth, and it just makes me more excited about what I'm doing. So friends of mine in dentistry asked me, is this something that would make sense for a young dentist who's not been practicing for a long time? And what I tell them is that partnering with a DSO is probably not a great idea, but a DPO would be a good idea. And that's what MB2 is a DPO. It's a partnership, not a service organization. And the difference there is if a young dentist partners with a DSO, a traditional DSO, they're going to end up practicing more like a franchise. So they're going to tell them, here's how you're going to do things, here's the way it's going to be, and they're not going to have the same autonomy that you would get with a partnership, where you're going to learn from hundreds of dentists and their experiences and that pool of information to mold your practice the way you want it to be, which is one of the reasons why people go into dentistry, to kind of carve their own path and do things the way they want to do it. And getting a partner like MB2 can allow that.